Welcome everyone, and for this video I'm going to step in very quickly of some boots on the ground from different channels showing basically what they're seeing with their own eyes, and which in many cases is the same that everybody else is seeing. There's just an army of people out there now showing what they see with their own eyes and hands. Put in the time and energy to show everybody out there, the people that don't have time possibly. Just like this here in India. Now, I apologize, I don't know the name of the person who took these shots, but just incredible shots, of course. And you can see what's going on. It's been melted, of course. You still have many bricks, layers and layers. You can see the transitioning here, and then here was what they call in other places, or not specifically this one because they probably have some stupid narrative about this, but sedimentary layers. I would push some narrative on this probably with weathering and hundreds or thousands of years, and then it just looks like this. Well, no, sorry about that, but this has been in a major cataclysm, a heat cataclysm that's physically changed everything, mostly brick, mortar, covering, you name it, all conglomerated into this ruin, destruction, sedimentary brick layers, melted, changed. Not the ridiculous thing they call geology. It's just a fantasy. But this is not a fantasy here, because you can see what the structure looks like, or what it did look like, which was all brick, basically, and mortar. Here we're going to step into Anthony Jones' channel in the Australian Bushmate. His clip in this area, first noticed this object here, which is circular, almost perfect. And you can see of course, the straight lines, but the lines here looks like they were pushing, extending out here, not making it a perfect circle. And the incredible flatness and straight lines and blockiness of this place is something to really admire. It's really outstanding footage, of course. It's supposed to be natural, but it's not. Nothing by nature does this. It's a typical structure we see everywhere. So let's take a listen, see what he has to say.
Look at this altered states of matter here, cooked. This was most likely a mortar level. Turned to dust, turned to powder. Look. Imagine the heat it would take. Magnetic electric energy to do something like this. Freaking insane. Oh, I think that's a keeper.
Next up we have Shawnee B. Here's his channel here. Boots on the ground, non-stop. What a spot here. You have pretty much everything. And bricks transitioning to rock, granite, what have you. Just a conglomerate of a brick structure that's changed. And I'm going to let Shawnee B here explain what he's seeing, and it sounds very accurate.
And it's pretty much without a doubt, guys. And this right here is a so-called granite wall. but it's just bricks inside of it everywhere. Boggles the mind. I mean, you just see the red bricks in it everywhere, guys. And I can guarantee you nobody came and put these in here. Johnny Applebrick did not come here and put these bricks in the wall. No, no. This was X Factor event. Plasma maybe, electrical, some sort of heat, maybe some sort of fervent heat. Change the structure of these granite these red bricks into granite. And all right, when you look at one of these big blocks, that's not just one brick. That's a whole chunk of bricks like this. Like that right there would have turned into a block. It would have looked like its own block. That right there would have turned into a block. And it would have looked like its own block. So these are not ballooned up rocks or bricks. These are sections of the wall transferring over, like a big chunk of bricks, like 8 bricks to make that one rock right there. If you want to find this, you will. If you want to go out and find some melt around your area, you can find it. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Just have to have the eyes to see it. It is brick. Cooked.
Next, we got a couple clips from David Wayne's channel here, explaining a couple places and some boots on the ground in the Massachusetts area. So let's see what he has to say.
And you can see how the middle is darker. A bit of light. Sorry, kitty. It looks like it's changing from the inside out. And then this piece here looks glassy and also has chunks of brick in it. And you know, like you can see the bricks, so that might be promising. Looks like a pipe right here, like, I don't know. Now, just before I go here, you see how the middle there is turning color? And you can see the top of the brick is like swelling from the inside out. So this thing's ready to pop. A brief little narrative history that we're given. So the building itself and the property was supposedly built in 1879 to 1881, 2 years. It was a gift of the children of Oakes Ames, who was a senator in the 1800s. It was designed by architect Henry Hobson Richardson, and the grounds were landscaped by Frederick Law Olmsted. So I know it's a narrative, it's what we got, whatever. But as we look at the building, you see it has 5 archways there and columns. And I just wanted to point out that the part that's facing the weather, that's open, that you're seeing, there wasn't much damage. But on the inside, low inside and all across the inside of the back of the arches and what have you, they were damaged. And as you can see by the next few pictures, I'll show you some of the damage. And then I have a little video where I walk around and I show this all close up. I just wanted to come on here and state this, and I felt as though this structure was built with a higher technology, like a 3D printed carving geopolymer type of material, and it was damaged in some kind of cataclysm. It's apparent once you see all the pictures and the video, something happened here. This is not weather damage, because if it was weather damage, it would be mostly on the outside where it faces the weather, right? Not on the inside. So please take that into consideration. And the melting, it's beyond weatherization. So fox there. And as I progress over here, you notice this one's totally melted off, right? What happened here? And as I pan up here, that's melted, guys. That's a melted column.
Next, we have a short clip from the Wild Man Gas, his channel here. Let's take a listen.
What the hell is that embedded into that rock? You've got a clear, where's it gone? You've got a clear diagonal shelf and brick embedded into that rock. Now I'd say them bricks were put in there to support the rock, but why would you put random bricks there, a plinth, you've got more random bricks there, and then further up, which is quite high, you've got another set of random brick there. You do the math, guys.
Next up, along the Lake Ontario area, is Brick Truth, Leanne's channel. So before I let Leanne share her thoughts in this area, boots on the ground and around Lake Ontario, stuff like this, it really doesn't matter if the narrative says that stuff like this was dumped at any location. What matters is what it looks like closely. Has it been damaged? Has it been heat damaged? Most likely, yes. It's been electrically melted, heat damage, plasma, whatever you want to call it. That's the point. The narratives mean squat. So let's take a listen to Leanne and her thoughts.
Look here. Now, when my friend sent me pictures of this yesterday, I was initially excited, but I thought, well, you know what, maybe somebody sat down here with a Dremel for a long time and carved this. So I wanted to come down and just look at whether it looks old or whether it looks new. And my gut and my eyes and my brain, just upon first inspection, looks like it's old because it's imperfect. Okay, just around this little flower sun solar number here, you can see in the bottom left, or the left side, it's been eroded down and kind of knocked off, scraped away. Same with right to the upper left of it. Beautiful carvings up there. Gosh, it looks like corn. I don't know what that is. It's beautiful. There's a bit of a number up there. Let's take a look. But check this out. I'm right next to these beauties. Okay? Unbelievable. No, it is believable. Look here. Hi, honey. Unbelievable. Oh, and there's some around the back here. Look. Wow. So is this just left hiding here in plain sight?
And here we go to this place. I won't even try to say it because I'm from Alabama, but let's go. Quite a spectacle here. You still have bricks left over there, a little speck there. This wall is, wow. Of course, this is all new and stuff over here, but did they put this together like this? I would say negative, 100%. This piece here is just incredible. You have the terracotta piping here still left over, and look what it's wrapped in. All this rock and granite or slate and what have you. Everything around it could be other materials in with this. The melt, it just melted everything. Wood, beams, vegetation, buildings. And it looks like this now. Just a piece just randomly left over. A wall, a structure. That's what it looks like to me. With these blocks, mortar lines, destruction. Another terracotta piping, and it's almost like it's squeezed in a little. It's like an oval egg shape. Of course, this is gone here. So these steps in that area, right? You have the brick, piece of brick here, different rock materials or whatever here and here and here. And look at this back here. That's brick. It's embedded in granite or whatever here. Why is that? Why is it embedded in basically rock, for a better term? Just paint a broad brush over it, but what's happening here? Well, it changed the state of matter. A couple of cool shots here from Deborah Simpson, South Africa. And they would tell you this is totally natural, with a totally natural perfect circle. Okay, we have a almost disintegrated archway. It's barely left over. And in here, archway after archway, some bigger than others because the building is melting down on itself. And these are columns. This was all structure and just melty, gooey mess everywhere.
This one's interesting too, reminding me actually of a lot of places you see in the States, Capitol buildings and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You see a lot of these, it's identical. Even the pillars here, you can tell they were like a shiny granite not long ago. Even here, you can see it. Yeah.
Right, and the statue of the woman to the right.
Here.
Pretty nice statue right there. Very detailed. Did it chisel this out too, or is it a mold, or like what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it?
Or the dude. Sorry, maybe it's a woman, maybe it's a dude. I don't know. I just realized I don't see any titties.